my intention with hosting these workshops is to create a space where you have access to the information, the tools and materials, and we just get a chance to really practice it and feel good about it, because it's not rocket science. It's just cutting and joining wood. So, and the other thing is that we're just going to move at whatever pace. There's no rush. The objective here is like learning and getting comfortable. So I want openness for any kind of question at any time, and then safety, of course. And I'll list that second. It's first. So we'll go over, all the different tools and what to expect if something goes wrong, what all the weird little numbers on there mean, and then all the good habits so that when you pick them up, and whether it's this brand of tool or a different brand of tool, you can kind of you understand the anatomy, you understand what all the little numbers and dials do so that you can use them the most effectively, because sometimes that makes life harder when you're like, oh, I didn't realize I was using the tool in a way that it's not ideal. So we have impact drivers and we have drills, and there are two big differences between these, and one is that you see you've got all these numbers and dials on the drill, and the impactor really just has the go button and a button that's forward and reverse. And what's happening in the impact driver is it has a ton of torque, which is like twisting power, and then it has like a little thing in the back that's kind of helping hammer something in there. So it's really just this cute little aggressive drill that does a lot of things, but doesn't do all of the things. It's not as nuanced and doesn't have the same finesse as the drill, but it'll get the job done. So we'll start with the anatomy of the circular saw. Now the nice thing about this is you can't pull a trigger. There's a safety, so you have to engage with your thumb and your forefinger for it to go, because it's battery powered, and every battery powered saw has a little doodad, so you don't just set it down, it goes but this is the one tool where I'm like, I do think a little kid could get it and turn it on. So I do get a little bit anxious if there's little ones around. And then the other most important feature here is the guard. So this one isn't a very good example because the guard took a little tumble, but so here's the guard. And what happens is this cuts in this direction, so it's always cutting up, and as you're cutting through a piece of wood, the guard comes up, and should it bounce out, the guard automatically slides down. So and the thing about screws is that really, even though you've got this thread that goes all the way down, what it's really functioning as is as a clamp. So as this goes down, let me find a better example. So this kind of screw has half of it is not threaded and half of it is threaded, and that is because what is happening is it is just clamping this top piece of wood to this bottom piece of wood. A stud that goes from top to bottom that's supporting something else is called a king stud. Although I don't know kings that do a lot of supporting of people, so this is a relic of feudalism. We can call it a queen stud if we want.
Yes.
And then we have the header, and we'll go over what that looks like, because it's going to be a little bit different. And then we have the inside, which is called a trimmer, because it trims out the window.
Ready? We're counting. Height. 1, 2, 3. Trouble with the windows. Lift it, plate. Lift them forward a little. Put up our Ow. That's cold. Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, let's start on the corner. Is the electrical holes lined up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good call.
Ooh, it's feeling floppy. Looks so much taller when it's standing up. When it's lying down. Super tall. Whoa. Yeah, keep it. Don't do that. You guys push forward too far. Back.
My name's Kimbra, and I got to be a part of Lydia's workshop on Sunday. And it was a really neat experience just being around a bunch of women building, and I already do have some building experience, so it was nice to get another perspective and learn some tips from another carpenter and get to help with the process.
Thanks. I had such a great time with Lydia's carpentry workshop for women that I took. I had only built a few things before in my life, but I felt like I learned so much and got to work with a lot of really cool women and got to learn a lot of like really cool little tips and tricks that you wouldn't learn just from someone telling you to do it or from a YouTube video.
And what is it you just built yourself?
I'm building beehives, and I just completed the first one, and it looks amazing.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Lua, and I just did a building workshop with Lydia. We built this beginning of a shed, and it was a really awesome experience. Lydia shared so many like really valuable tricks from her experience of like a lot of years in the construction industry, and it was just invaluable to be able to learn from her. And in this group of women, it was like such a nice container. Lydia was so patient, and it was super nurturing. Like we got to ask so many questions. I'm a property owner in Ashland, Oregon, and I want to be able to build things like this on my property without hiring a crew of guys. So yeah, really enjoyed Lydia's workshop.